When Acura introduced the RLX, they aimed to create a vehicle with class-leading interior space and outstanding driving performance, all for a relatively good price. And then they added a hybrid to the mix, but not just any hybrid, a sport hybrid with super handling all-wheel drive. And we just happen to have one here. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at the 2016 Acura RLX Sport Hybrid with super handling all-wheel drive and the advanced package. AutoAcademics has experienced quite a few alternative fuel vehicles over the years, and many times we feel as though we have been there and done that. Even the examples with sporty intentions typically have that characteristic hybrid patina that you just can't wipe off. So don't fault us for approaching this tester with a similar lens. Today we have a 2016 slate silver metallic Acura RLX Sport Hybrid super handling all-wheel drive with advanced package. While there are quite a few standard features, such as 19-inch alloy wheels, LED fog lights, and power moonroof with tilt feature, the really cool stuff comes in the supplemental packages. First, the advanced package adds a Krell premium audio system with 14 speakers, remote engine start, surround view camera, heated steering wheel and rear seats, ventilated front seats, parking sensors, rear window sunshade, rear door sunshades, keyless access system, and all the usual state-of-the-art safety tech too. One other bundle that was added to this car is the tech package. That includes Acura navigation, Acura Link communication, perforated leather, power folding mirrors, rain sensing wipers, and adaptive cruise control, blind spot info, collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation, and lane keeping assist systems. Total M.S.R.P is $66,870. The highly recognizable jewel-eye LED headlights let you know that this is an Acura. And the smoked chrome grille, LED fog lights, and special badging tell you what type. Strangely enough though, I'm getting mixed vibes. The badging says hybrid, yet those 19-inch wheels and the Acura branded brake calipers that are peeking through them say otherwise. In back, the taillights incorporate some LED piping, and there's some more badging that doesn't say hybrid, literally or figuratively. As with pretty much all hybrids, the batteries take up trunk space, and this car is no different, losing 3 cubic feet to the standard RLX. But in case you need more than 12 cubic feet, this hybrid also has underfloor storage and a hanging trunk net. Powering this RLX Sport Hybrid is a relatively large 3.5-liter direct-injected V6 engine that drives the front wheels. A gross total of 377 horsepower and 341 pound-feet of torque is available when combined with the dual rear electric motors. The hybrid combo is mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with Acura's super handling all-wheel drive as standard. In conjunction with a dedicated EV mode, fuel economy is rated at 28 miles per gallon city, 32 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 30 miles per gallon. AutoAcademics saw an average of 29.3 miles per gallon during testing on premium fuel. Alright, so let's get some of Acura's claims out of the way. First, this midsize RLX has the longest rear legroom in its class, more even than the full-size Lexus LS and Audi A8. Impressive. There's a third zone for climate control back here, and the seats are heated too. There are even manual sunshades on the doors and a power one in the rear. I guess the only thing left that I have to proclaim is that it's pretty nice back here. I have to say, for a mid-tier luxury brand, it's pretty nice up here. The dash has stitched leather coverings, the chrome accents are in just the right places, and I might not have been able to tell this was simulated wood grain if Acura didn't tell me first. We've seen the dual screen setup before, and while the resolution is starting to look a little dated, not to mention there's no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it functions just fine. Now, the Krell audio is what has caught my attention. It has 14 speakers, comes with the advanced package, sounds really good, and check out those yellow Xylon woofers peeking out behind the metal grills. So now it's time to see if this hybrid drives, well, like a hybrid. When you first start driving this RLX Hybrid, you immediately notice how quiet it is. The engine starts off and you're running primarily on battery power alone. Now, the electric only mode doesn't last long because as soon as you give the vehicle a little bit of throttle, the engine comes on. It's not an abrupt starting of the engine, but it's not the smoothest that I've ever experienced either. The suspension is tuned more toward the softer side. It still lets the vehicle feel fairly agile, but you don't have any harshness. It's definitely a little more comfortable than it is aggressive. The interior is very comfortable as well. The seats adjust nicely, they are well bolstered, and the steering wheel is thickly padded with nice leather, and it looks pretty good too, with lots of decent controls there for you to make whatever adjustments you need to make. While all the creature comforts are present, make no mistake, as Acura put the Sport in its RLX Sport Hybrid name for a reason. Down here on the console where the gear selector is, it's got a button just below the drive button that says Sport. And when you press that, well, things start to change a little bit. If you were in hybrid mode, the engine comes on and it won't turn off again. Now, speaking of this engine, it is a 3.5 liter V6 engine that makes 310 horsepower. But remember that this car also has two hybrid motors that power the rear wheels, and those are connected to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Now, altogether with hybrid and gas engine, you get a total of 377 horsepower. And well, let's just say that that's plenty. Now, this 7-speed dual clutch transmission, it shifts pretty decently. It's not quite as harsh as you find in some of the more hardcore sports sedans, but the shifts are pretty quick and it's pretty satisfying when you slow down and you hear that rev matching on the engine as well. Not too bad. Another cool feature on this car is the heads-up display, which allows you to change different information that it shows. I like to keep it on the driving dynamics because it gives you a better idea of what the car is actually doing, even if you're not necessarily feeling it. It's pretty cool when it shows you which wheels are actually driving the car, the hybrid versus the actual gas-driven wheels. And it also shows you when that super handling all-wheel drive is taking effect as well, adding torque or reducing torque to various wheels as you turn into corners. It's pretty cool. Acura's blend of sports sedan and hybrid has actually translated into a pretty decent car. I've been playing around with this vehicle for the better part of a week now, and I'm still averaging high 20s even during all of my testing. And I've got to say that even though they probably could have eked out a little bit more fuel economy if they had focused more on the hybrid part, I'm glad they didn't. Acura's engineers have truly done a decent job with the development of this car as far as the powertrain and suspension is concerned, because you do get the best of all worlds in that regard. Now, the exterior design, I still think it could use a little more flair to it, but this car drives pretty nice. So there you have it, guys, the 2016 Acura RLX Sport Hybrid with advanced package and super handling all-wheel drive. Some buyers don't want to sacrifice driving enjoyment because they bought a hybrid. And thankfully, this RLX Sport Hybrid doesn't focus so heavily on the fact that it is a hybrid. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.